proceed to actually walk forward and see what we came here for.
You're looking at the
That was
body.
terrifying.
You're looking at the body. It's all werewolfed out.
With me, I immediately
See shreds of his scrubs, a name tag.
I immediately
Am
go
I able
after
to
him.
Who's the body?
What does the name tag say at first?
I name tag it, and
Doesn't even have the name. It's all about like an orderly of a hospital that's nearby.
still thinking about.
Yeah,
this
still
guy
thinking
is.
about
backstory.
St. John's Hospital.
This guy deals with mental patients over here. Well, even he's mental himself.
Or
That's
Ranger
kind of
receiver.
ironic.
Or nurse. Let's say nurse, not orderly.
Am I able to identify the name of the stand at all? Or do I just have to get creative with
If
why I thought it
you
was?
took,
Who had the gun?
go ahead and give me a roll.
That got me.
Add your lore.
Roll and lore. 13 plus 7. That is 20.
You looking and trying to determine the stand, and you sit back and you're like, other than the fact that this person changed into a werewolf, he didn't take the actions that would be normally for a stand user because he only had 2 per turn. You have the sense that he may have been under the effects of the stand, but this was not a stand user himself.
I grab the lance.
Everyone keep your eyes out. There's something else going on here.
I search the body, just making sure, like...
This event wasn't this guy's fault. He was just a
The
byproduct.
stand
of
lance is
someone
not
else.
there.
I look around... I
check
look
up
at
top?
his glasses.
Glasses are completely shattered. 2
Okay.
parts.
Yeah, I use my stand to look on the roof for the lance.
Give me a perception roll.
That would be a 1...
Critical fail.
11.
All that you can perceive right now is that weather is about to change, and I would like you guys to write 2 different weathers of your liking and see what happens.
Yeah, when you happen to
Just
then
draw.
that
Draw
it
a
wouldn't be
weather on one of the
overly
sides.
destructive though.
Just draw it.
Draw 2 different weathers on 2 different
Or would you
sides.
like it half of that?
Do whatever
I
crazy
get 2
stuff. We can
squares.
blame someone
Yes.
with a crazy stand is out there.
Because that gives you
It
an idea.
rains frogs.
Poison frogs.
That would be
Weather report.
terrible.
Weather report. Everybody
Weather
dies.
report.
It rains rocks. Everybody dies.
It rains the building next to you. Literally just debris and the building's collapsing.
It's raining waffles. It's falling out of the sky.
Yeah, you just see a jet plane with a cargo open. Like at SpongeBob, we gotta drop the load!
I'm afraid of what I just saw Dan placed out on that.
It was nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
As an NSFW, nothing safe for work.
It would definitely not be safe for work. It would put things out of business.
Have me worrying though.
Put us out of business.
The human out of business?
Like me getting shot in the face
have to
point
be
blank
real.
range.
Oh no.
Does it have to be realistic?
It can
No,
be
you-
anything.
You can do whatever
It's
weather.
stand.
You pick 2 and hand it
It's
to
the
someone
latest
else.
stance.
Pick 2 and hand it. If it rolls on it, you explain what it is.
It rains googly eyes. In
It
your
rains
guys'
eyes.
And then just Seasons just jumps for joy. Jumps out of my head and then suddenly my brain just shuts
D
off.
roots.
I'm
The
afraid
roots
I'm
are
gonna have to.
Okay. You draw your 2. I have some absurd ones. And they both don't have words, so I'm going to literally have to tell you what it is.
Okay, has everyone picked their weather yet?
Nicholas has. Me and Trace have chose ours.
You're gonna have to roll that die and read off what it says.
You're just gonna have to look at it.
I mean, if it's too bad, it's getting completely blurred out of it.
No, it's alright.
I mean,
It's not
I'll
that
put
there's
it
bad.
on the
nothing
YouTube
terrible.
channel again.
Nothing terrible, it's just like, okay.
Alright. You going ahead?
Roll it.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's Dan's birthday party.
Oh no!
Roll.
You determine the
Did you
fate
look
of
at
this
them all?
roll.
No.
No.
Roll it. Just roll it. Don't
Just roll it.
don't-
Roll
don't
it. Listen, it's always the worst thing.
Okay.
We have recording. It's always the worst.
Oh, okay. Mine is a. It starts raining wigs.
Wigs?
Wigs.
Okay.
Brains, wigs.
So
Yes,
what's the thing
hair.
that Dan didn't want me to see? New York disaster. What?
No.
New York disaster, you would
Jew
have.
invasion. It just means a bunch of Jewish people walk in the room.
There's clearly something worse than that. New York disaster.
New York
eyeballs.
disaster's worse, in my opinion.
New York disaster,
Something
in
rain.
context, I would have put down,
Rain.
have you ever played Hydro Thunder's New York disaster
Oh no!
stage?
Okay.
It's literally New York is going to
So,
have a volcano,
my other
and New
one
York
would've
is
been-
literally going to
Yeah.
flood over.
So
My other one would have been the moon turns and it's an eyeball just staring down at you.
that's horrible. So I guess your stand notices, and the lighting gets darker, and it just starts raining wigs.
Wigs.
Plop, 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 like
Some
wet
of them
mop
are-
heads,
yeah,
just go
yeah.
plop, plop.
Wet.
Seasons becomes like a palm plant, just to like umbrella.
I announced to my guys, sometimes my stand has bad, long-lasting effects on others around him. This could be effect of it.
What could have caused this? Are these
Yeah,
wigs
with
or are
this-
these other people's hair?
With
I don't
this,
know what it is. I'm completely grossed out.
So with this knowledge that this person was a orderly from St. John's Hospital, what do you want to do?
I pull out my working phone, call up Speedwagon Foundation, because I assume they gave us phone
A
numbers.
number, it's probably not the right
Yeah,
number, a
something.
burner number.
Well, I go ahead and say, yeah, we have no sight on the Lance, and it's raining wigs.
Oh!
And also, the guy was a werewolf.
What? Click.
He hung up on me.
That reminds me, did I
What?
ever figure out the name of the stand, potentially?
You figured out that the person did not have a stand. He may have been under the effect of a stand, not the name of the stand.
So I can't put a name to, like, even the stand. But
So
if I had to
there's-
take a guess, we're dealing with Duran Duran.
Oh.
So, let's go ahead and,
That's a real possibility.
all in favor of heading to this mental hospital? Who wants
It
to
is a-
play,
it is
who wants to
a-
play
it is a regular
Taylor?
Hospice.
It is a
I want to
hospital.
go to a mental hospital.
It is
I'll
not a
make
mental
everything
hospital.
a lot better.
It is a
Hospice.
hospital. There might be a hospice wing, yes.
Who wants to play the victim?
You play the victim. You play the victim.
How am I going to play the victim?
Oh my
here?
goodness, my hair stopped growing in this lot.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry, I'll make you play the victim. Anxiety. Go.
But there's a problem. I've already been to this hospital before. They're aware of, like, that I have
Oh,
issues
guys,
with
guys,
understanding
guys.
what the heck this guy
Guys,
is.
they're forgetting something. I'm going.
I call up. There's a black individual.
Oh no!
I'm pretty sure he has a sniper rifle in his jacket.
He's a stand user! He's a stand user! No! This is so
I
bad!
said this is racially motivated. This is racially motivated.
I am white. He's attacking.
I call 911. We got a racist person over here. He's calling the cops on me. After a werewolf just spawned out of nowhere and I sliced it in the body.
Suddenly my stand begins
The black
producing.
guy shot him.
My stand begins producing a melon, and I say,
There's
"Quit
an emergency
encouraging
caller,
this!
just like, what is going on?
Quit!" If my stand begins growing a
We're
watermelon,
on
I
the
go
Indus
like, "You
Accord."
stop! Don't encourage this!"
Like,
This went off the rails immediately.
Okay, so the police pulls up. This might have to be edited. So
Alright, we got a legal dispute. Hold on, guys.
Oh, hold up! I forgot. You need to go to the hospital, so let me break your shins for you.
This is 2022!
I feel like...
It wouldn't go to the hospital. This would be going to the
It's
jail.
New York. They're very liberal.
no, I'll tell them that I got bit by the...
Okay, yeah.
And then I fall over because
I'm
my
like
head's
Mark's,
growing heavy
like,
with this
yeah, bite me,
belly.
bite me. He bit me.
Okay, so you're going to the hospital.
I'm
Would
with,
they even believe there was a
Wait, no,
werewolf?
I'm in a separate car. Because I
It's
want
a few blocks. You guys can walk there.
Yeah, we're going to the...
We're walking instead of calling the police and they come and pick us up.
Yeah,
So all of that was
it's just
nothing.
around the block. Like,
So
I would
we're
know
so
this.
reactive
Yeah.
about
We're
stuff.
actually around the corner from this very hospital, I would say. Like,
let's just walk
from being
there.
here.
Forget the freaking...
Okay.
Racial dispute.
Going through the door, there's like the desk that's signing people in. There's a few people in the hospital for like emergent, like a nail gun incident or whatever. So, nurse there is like, oh yeah, Becky just called off again. She's probably playing World of Warcraft. Now, I don't know where Dr. Hans is. And he'd be like, yes, can I help you?
See, I was bit by this here werewolf. We killed it, and then it bit me.
What my friend means to say is he was bitten by a feral dog, and we need to get him in because we don't know if he's going to need rabies shots.
And I was like, oh, right this way. It goes to the left and says, okay, right here is our surgical ward. You're definitely going to have some stitches. It's not even full. She's not here. Go ahead and go down to this medical bay.
Yeah.
Medical room. It's like, go ahead, hurry, guys. Go ahead. So you guy goes into the surgical surgical rooms, if you will, and kind of dark than normal. There's like a plaque on the wall, Dr. Hans, surgical wing, if you will, and
Is there a TV?
and there's like separate surgical rooms, if you will, or large metal tables.
Oh,
and stuff like
this is a surgery room, not like
Wait a
Like
minute.
a
Seems to
Suddenly, something clicks with me. I go, wait a minute, he's able to influence others. Who's to say that that nurse wasn't leading us to... Oh, no. I would just start thinking.
Okay, so
Stay diligent. Stay intelligent.
you're gonna hear a voice go, it's like, anyone there? There's no surgeries planned for today.
Immediately, I want to sense the motive of this guy. Like, seasons, get a reading on this guy.
Ask, why's that?
You actually hear a separate voice going, it's like, thank the doctor, I have a second chance at life. It's like, yes. You see coming out of one of these surgical areas, there's a guy with just completely gray skin. Looking at you guys.
Seasons wilts to a dark brown.
Kind of
At the sight.
kind of looks and walks to out of the room.
I go, why is he gray?
I don't even react, and I don't look and follow him, act like it's strange or anything.
I say, why is he gray?
Malnourished.
Out of one of those rooms, you actually see almost like a cloud of dust.
Ew.
Like go out of one of the surgery rooms.
He's nasty. Why is he gray?
Soot covered.
I ask. I demand, why is he gray?
Would you rather him die? Another voice goes, and you see head poke out, and it's like covered in bandages.
Sense motive, sense
Holes
motive.
poking out,
sense
covered
motive.
in bandages.
Yeah,
Sense
sense
motive.
That's when the worst thing happens. The camera died. So I will try to do a play-by-play so you guys know and can be caught up with the next time that we can record it. So, the guy all in bandages looks out. Everyone's like, I want to do a perception roll. I want an insight check. I want to know what's with them. And they completely fail, giving him enough time to step out. fully wrapped in bandages and whatnot, and he lifts his arm, and a storm of sand and scarabs fly out and hit our party, hitting at least 2 of them and doing a significant amount of damage. Later on, that's probably why shield points are going to be deducted, but that's mechanical stuff, and you probably don't care about a game you can't play yet. So they're a little bit damaged, and this is when we have Gerald comes out, and he pulls out his stand, activates his ring of fire, teleports it behind him, where nobody can actually see the form of his stand, and proceeds to literally do a bunch of fire punches, in which this person covered in bandages happened to be super weak to. So he goes and does his JoJo punches, pulls him to ashes, and he happens to just die. Ashes fall apart, the stand disappears before anybody can see, and there is a burnt skeleton on the ground with like an ankh and a bunch of stuff on it. The party begins to debate on what was happening. So those were a bunch of zombies and whatnot. And this is actually when the player that has the stand seasons goes and says, I have my final guess on what the stand is. We're going up against Monster Mash. And yet again, this is another person affected by Monster Mash, but not the stand user of Monster Mash. And I was like clapping, like, way to go there. You guessed the big stand. So since they're in the medical ward, they happen to actually see a plaque on the wall that happens to have the name of Dr. Hans on the wall. And they actually loot through this guy's office, and with Gerald actually having a good hacking ability, hacks onto the computer and actually finds this person's address. He lives on the 44th floor of a high-rise that is literally a block away. And that's where we're going to leave off, where the party is going to the boss's penthouse suite to see if they can stop Monster Mash.